Hello and welcome. You're watching Don Bosco Media Network. This is Monalisa Rambai bringing to you the Salesian news across the globe. The Salesians of Forja are always moved by the desire to welcome, educate and take care according to the educational principles of Don Bosco of the most needy young people have thought of a new initiative. A family community to welcome children in difficulty. The project, which has already been approved and started, is being completed but still needs the support of women and men of goodwill. Don Bosco realized that for many boys, any effort would be useless if they did not give themselves a place to stay. For this reason, in the Candelaro district of Forja, one of the most difficult and with the least possibilities in the Apulian city, the Salesians are present with a work that includes beyond the parish also with the oratory and the association, Sacro Cuore, and that just over a year ago was embellished by an artistic mural that represents Don Bosco as a symbol of hope and redemption for the entire district and above all for the youth population. In a context of great poverty, with few educational offers and enormous water supply difficulties, Eritrean women can be the key to restoring some confidence and hope to the country in the future. Salesians believe in them. That is why they have launched a special afforestation project which builds precisely on the presence and commitment of women. This is the project, Food for Work, to be carried out in Dikamir, a town south of Asmara. In Eritrea, the majority of the population lives on an income below the poverty line of $1.25 per day. Moreover, the economically disastrous conditions of families in the last year have been further aggravated by the blockade imposed by the government. There are no governmental or non-governmental organizations providing assistance to the poor, and there are no safety nets offering financial protection to families affected by the pandemic and its consequences. The lockdown, which has been in place for months, has totally disrupted the daily activities of the population who mostly live the day. These are day-to-day laborers or street vendors who can no longer count on the minimum income that allowed them to buy some food for themselves and their families. Men, and in very many cases, women who no longer know how to feed their children. Salesians in Brazil, specifically the province of Recife, BRE, in the northeast of the country, launched a new presence last month at Oeiras, which is also the first in the whole state of Piauí, one of the poorest in the Brazilian Federation. The two Salesians in charge of this outpost of the congregation, who were welcomed on their arrival by the Honorary Bishop of Oeiras, Monsignor Edelson Nobre, they have cleared their goal, to educate and evangelize young people in the style of Don Bosco. A journey to bring hope to an entire people, a journey to the roots of Abrahamic religions, a journey to reaffirm the value of brotherhood among all peoples. There are many readings that can be given to Pope Francis' trip to Iraq. Just over 3 days, but that would remain carved in the history of the country, of the pontificate of Pope Francis and in his personal life. As he said, greeting the crowd at the Franco Hariri Stadium in Erbil, Iraq will always remain with me in my heart. With the motto, Move from Hope, lessons began in the educational communities belonging to the Salesian network of Paraguayan schools. Educational institutions have produced ingenious audiovisual productions, some live and others recorded, to welcome students in virtual form. In the first phase in February, the lessons took place through various online platforms, waiting for the next directives for the start and presence. To respond to the difficulties of the migrant population, especially Venezuelans, the Salesian Solidaridad Canteen Mi Caleta in Quito distributes food. Since November, more than 80 families have benefited from this service, which takes place in compliance with all biosecurity measures and which enjoys the support of the Salesian Missionary Prosecutor's Office, Mission Don Bosco of Ecuador. As part of the quarterly retreat of the Salesian community of Kinshasa, Father Manuel Jimenez, superior of the Visitors to Africa Congo ACC, delivered to two Salesians of the Visitatoria the missionary crosses blessed by the Rector Major last February 1st. Leon Akuma is sent to the Pacific delegation, while Eric and Seleme Mawanga is sent to Portugal in the context of Project Europe. Pope Francis' 33rd international trip to Iraq has just ended, a land from which the pontiff's heart will never depart. The journey, under the gospel motto, "You are all brothers," began on March 5th. It was a long-desired pilgrimage to embrace a people that has suffered enormously, but which has also developed a great desire for redemption and a future of peace. There were many significant moments of this historic visit. The meeting with the great Ayatollah al-Sistani in Najaf, the prayer against the war in Mosul, the embrace of the Christians of the Nineveh plain, and, of course, the Mass in Erbil in the Hariri Stadium. Salam, salam, salam. God bless you all. God bless Iraq. With these words, Pope Francis greeted Iraq and many faithful who welcomed it. After curate the monographic issue of the magazine Salesianum on the Directory for Catechesis presented to the Universal Church in June 2020, the Institute of Catechetic of the Faculty of Educational Sciences (ESF) of the Salesian Pontifical University (UPS) in Rome involved about 80 experts from all continents through 3 webinars, online seminars of reflection and discussion on this important document published by the Pontifical Council for the Promotion of New Evangelization. The origin of the participants was varied and representative. In addition to Italy, connection presences were noted from Argentina, Brazil, Canada, Chile, Congo, Costa Rica, Croatia, France, Germany, Japan, India, Lithuania, Macau, Malta, Mexico, Mozambique, Paraguay, Peru, Poland, Portugal, Romania, Spain, United States, Slovenia, Ukraine, and Vietnam. My word of thanks to women thus becomes a heartfelt appeal that everyone, and in special way states and international institutions, should make every effort to ensure that women regain full respect for their dignity and role. Here, I cannot fail to express my admiration for those women of goodwill who have devoted their lives to defending the dignity of womanhood by fighting for their basic social, economic, and political rights. On International Women's Day, it is important to reread these words of Pope John Paul II, contained in the letter to women of June 29, 1995, and very current. Best wishes to all the women. After 38 days of staying underwater, the complex of the quasi-parish San Jose Campos San Pedro Carcha Altave Paras has become habitable again, as well as the entire urban area of the region. Decoration and cleaning work was immediately activated by the staff of the Don Bosco Center, who is responsible for remodeling the parish complex. As part of the damage assessment on Monday, February 15th, the P. Julio Navarro Economo Inspectorial was accompanied by a team of engineers who evaluated the structural conditions of buildings to identify and quantify the damage. Father Matthew Tekekara, TV Matthew, 74, died on March 1st at Mama Margaret Home, Aluva, due to cardiac respiratory arrest, was laid to rest in Don Bosco Bhavan Manuthi Cemetery on March 4th. Retired Reverend Tony Nilankavil, Auxiliary Bishop of Thrissur Archdiocese, officiated the funeral service in the first part, and Father Jose Koyekal, Provincial, with Mass and final rites. So viewers, that is all we have for you today. Until we meet again, thank you for watching.